Many thanks for staying with us. For more on our top stories and others, please visit our website. It's channelstv.com and youtube.com/channelsweb. You can also watch us on the go on your mobile device. Just log on to m.channelstv.com or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores. Having the Channels TV and Channels 24 app will give you access to news and updates. You also have the Eyewitness feature, so you too can be part of the news. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu and follow the instructions to share those pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Participants involved in the eradication of polio in Yobe State have been appraising the effectiveness of the immunization exercise and the possibility of maintaining a polio-free state. The meeting brought together the 17 local government chairmen of the state, some development partners, political leaders and doctors from the primary health care agency at the state and national level. The Yobe State Deputy Governor Abubakar Aliu, who doubles as the chairman of the Task Force on Immunization, says the state has remained polio-free for the past 4 years and efforts will be made to ensure it remains just that.
We are very well satisfied because that shows that we have been doing our work properly, but that's not the end. As long as there is polio in Nigeria, we are still vulnerable. So we will continue to do more to ensure that we stop polio, not only coming from Yobe, but from other neighboring states. And that will be done by ensuring that we are handling the border cases and the ones that we do outreach in the motor parks and the checkpoints, so that those commuting in and around Yobe State will be captured and immunized.
From Yobe, we move to Cross River State, where two communities who have been at each other's throats have now agreed to mend fences. The agreement that is expected to make them live together without rancor. The facilitator of the peace deal, Mr. Chris Agara, says he will liaise with government to address the root cause of the clash.
A long walk for peace, signaling the end of communal fighting between Ababene and Iyamite communities. Finally, they can all sleep with their eyes closed as they gather to settle their differences and chart a new course together for growth. The exchange of goats is a common feature here to show that indeed they can tolerate one another. And then the elders exchange pleasantries.
It is the youth that will build a nation tomorrow. If they go into a drug addict, then they jump into fighting themselves. It is they themselves who will go and kill themselves, and by tomorrow we will not have governors. Chris was a youth. I and myself was a youth. If we have killed ourselves when we were young, we will not be here. So let the youth be away from crime.
I have advised the youth that today, because if even the youth they themselves know that this crisis is not supposed to happen again, because they are the people who used to suffer.
The facilitator of the peace agreement, Chris Agara, wants the people to live together, assuring them that he would work with the government officials to address the root cause of the problem.
Oh, I'm very excited. You can see for yourself, all the chiefs, all the youths, the women, the children, everybody. And the response is unprecedented. And I think the reason why it is so is because everybody loves peace. Everybody wants peace. Some people are forced to do what they are not doing, not because they like it, but because because of the circumstances. But all that now has ended and there is peace now.
What we have succeeded in doing is to make sure that we bring peace to these communities. Next step we're going to take now, when this communique is going to be properly implemented, is to move the other communities from there to visit this one and visit the other communities that other way, so that there will be visitations. Our aim is simple. We just want peace. Obubra has been so maligned. Obubra is one of the oldest local government areas. And for us to have development, there is need for us to get going. And these are the reasons why we decided to bring this boat today, and what you're seeing has happened.
With these two communities taking the lead, there are hopes that other warring communities in the state will follow the path of peace to end incessant killings arising from communal clashes.
Ahead of the governorship elections in Anambra State, the Igbo social cultural group Ohaneze Igbo is calling for a zoning formula as a pancreas for political stability in the present political dispensation in the state. The president of the group, Mr. Damian Okeke, told a press conference in Oka that its members have looked at the situation critically and the only way to go is to have a proper zoning formula.
The leadership of Ohaneze Igbo Anambra State chapter has resolved that since the North Senatorial Zone is currently occupying a position, the zone should be allowed to produce the next governor of Anambra State during the forthcoming gubernatorial election, fixed for November 18 this year. This is to enable the zone to complete its 8 years uninterrupted tenure, as recommended here. The leadership of Ohaneze Igbo Anambra State chapter therefore hereby appeals to all political parties and Anambrarians to adopt this zonal arrangement as a permanent policy of zoning system for our dear state. Furthermore, we hereby urge all the political parties contesting in the forthcoming governorship election to embrace this zoning initiative by choosing their respective candidates for the election from the North Senatorial Zone. In the same manner, we solicit the support of all Anambrarians, especially electorate, to support this zoning arrangement.
The Senate is optimistic that provisions for road infrastructure in the 2017 budget will, to a large extent, address the poor condition of federal roads across the country. The Vice Chairman, Senate Committee on Works, Senator Clifford Odia, stated this when members of the Committee on Oversight Functions inspected a road project in Edo State.
Members of the Senate Committee on Works being received by officials of the Federal Ministry of Works as they arrive Okpala town in Edo State to commence the inspection of major road projects being executed across the state by the federal government. The first stop is at the Auchi Okene Abuja Road Dualization Project, where senators inspected the work and made your impression known to the contractor handling that section of the project.
From what you see, if you leave this for this season, I'm sure before then you get to this place. You need to extend this thing.
At the Ewood Town axis of the highway, the senators were received by indigents of the area who seized the opportunity to appeal to the federal government to ensure speedy completion of the project in order to reduce the loss of lives and property.
This major road itself was created 1977-75. From that time till now, as far as we are concerned, the road has expired.
Please, we are tired of carrying dead bodies here. Day in, day out, they will wake me at the middle of the night, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, that accidents are happening here to come and carry dead bodies.
At Ekpoma town, the team got a taste of the routine difficulties motorists encounter by plying the route.
Even we say trailer driver every day now, so people they die for this road.
Look at this opposite junction and watch Bijo, Timire, and School Gate. No way you can move.
This particular phase of the road, which was given to us or awarded to us, has not, the mobilization has not been paid.
It cannot be true that there was no mobilization paid. Some amount of mobilization cost was paid to the contractor. That I know too well.
The visit ends at the Benin axis of the road.
People traveling from Benin to Lokoja or to Isha, to be precise, had to spend about 5 to 6 hours on the journey that would have taken them moderately within 2 hours. And that is why one of the reasons why we are also here as members of the Senate Committee on Works, because this matter was referred to us during the plenary. And I can assure you that having visited the sites, something is being done to ameliorate these conditions.
The oversight exercise is concluded here, but the lawmakers say they are living with better insights into the situation of things.
The Federal Operations Unit, Zone C of the Nigeria Customs Service, says it has seized contraband goods with duty-paid value of over 307 million naira within the month of June alone. The area controller, FOC Zone C, Mr. Amajambuka, told the newsmen at the zonal head office in Owerri, the Imo State capital, that a lot of items were seized. And he adds that smugglers keep finding new ways of evading duties, but the men and officers of the Nigerian Customs will not relent in coming up with new strategies to nip smuggling in the bud.
Intending importers and exporters are encouraged to become familiar with applicable laws and regulations to avoid being on the wrong side of the law. Those engaged in negative acts of smuggling should have a rethink and make a positive attitudinal change and engage in legitimate trade. We will not relent in our efforts. We will continue to live up to our responsibilities to bring smuggling to its barest minimum in the zone. You members of the press are one of our important stakeholders. I wish to use this forum to urge you to continue to assist and support our mandate. I would also like to enjoin the public to cooperate with us because your cooperation is critical to the success of our operations. Forward any information you have to us and we will treat it in confidence to make sure we rid the nation of smugglers.
Still to come on the program, organized labor in Benue State asks government to source for additional funds to pay salaries. That's in a moment. Do join us again.